Hey everyone, welcome back to Ask the Experts podcast with Alka. I'm so truly grateful to each and every one of you who tune in and week out to listen, learn, and grow. Now, how many of you would like to get connected to an expert to help you scale your business and life? Well, today I want to help you scale your life because today I want to talk about growth mindset versus a fixed mindset to help entrepreneurs break away from being in a fixed mindset. Now, I know because I was and I remained in a fixed mindset my whole life. Now, how many of you, as a child, you too were in that fixed mindset, no matter what people told you, your parents, teachers, society, you had your own mind and you went along, whether it was right or wrong, you went with how your mind guided you. So today, having a fixed mindset, it is so detrimental in so many ways. And I'm going to explore the growth mindset and fixed mindset with you today. So, what is this all about? Growth mindset, fixed mindset? Well, it's all about how we think of ourselves. How do we think about our talents, God given talents, abilities that we have? And if we always see this in a negative connotation, in a negative light, this is going to play a huge and it's going to have a big impact in life, and especially our performance at work, because at work we are around people and it is so important to get along with your team. And if we can't get along with our team, our colleagues, it is you are just invisible, and it is such a place, it's such a bad place, and it is very, very difficult for any of us to be in that situation and to not know as to how you are going to navigate in your life. So many of us, we always stay in a negative mindset. We are always, pessimistic rather than being optimistic. We always see the glass half empty instead of seeing the glass half full. And when you are seeing a glass half empty, are you in a growth mindset or you are in a fixed mindset? You are in a fixed mindset because that's all you know, that's all you've been told, and it's difficult to navigate. So I can attest to this because I remained in a fixed mindset my whole life. And was it boring? It was absolutely boring. I was static. I did not accept any challenges. I remained subordinate to people. I remained small. I was a small thinker. And it wasn't fun until I began to realize that if I wanted to have fun out of life, if I wanted to create an expansion and expand my mind to have a broad horizon for so many things, not just business, but to learn to know about, the macroeconomics. I had to have a growth mindset. I had to expand and I had to learn, whether from individuals or I had to learn and to know what was better for me. So here we go. So I want to talk about today growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? What is a fixed mindset? And give you the definitions. So who's ready to rock and roll and to really to know today as entrepreneurs, how are you adapting in your workplace? What are you doing? And how you can start to navigate and break away and really adopt beneficial changes in your work and in life. A growth mindset, what is it? Well, what it is a belief. It is a belief that you can develop your skills, your talents, your abilities through sheer hard work, adopting the right strategies and guidelines that you have been given to cultivate that. And what is the definition of a growth mindset? Well, the definition is based around the beliefs that you have, that you've had, that you've been told what is the qualities and the things that you need to cultivate a growth mindset and expansion in the right way possible through your efforts. Believing in your efforts, believing that you can succeed, believing and knowing that you can achieve so much in life. And it is so important to know your beliefs and how you can create success. I want to ask you, what were your beliefs? What were your beliefs as a child? Were you told by your parents, society, teachers, that your God given talents, your abilities, were they being highlighted by people? Or were they not even discussed? Were you not even shined upon of your talents, of your capabilities, and they were just diminished under the radar? Oftentimes, when that happens, it is so difficult to know as to how we truly are going to navigate. So, when we talk about your mindset, what happens? Well, what happens is that what arises is the mindset, the reference that's made of your mindset is about your personal beliefs. What do we hold? And your personal beliefs, aka also known as your paradigms. Now, your paradigms, you may ask me, what are your paradigms? Your paradigms as nothing is nothing but your limited beliefs, your limitations of what you hold about a certain thing, a situation, a person, is your limited beliefs around. So your personal beliefs really holds the key to your success or not success, to your success or to failure or your failures. So you won't succeed. And what is important is, how can you unlock your paradigms? Well, by unlocking your paradigms, your limited beliefs, is to have positive affirmations that is going to override your negative thoughts. So by positive affirmations, and this is what I do, and I love to use affirmations. I love to use this tool. In the mornings, I always ground myself by meditation, visualization, to and affirmations. And I'm saying affirmations also throughout the day. Because why? What am I doing here? I am setting vibrations, and your mindset is nothing but your vibrations that we put out into the universe, that we put out there. It's like a signal. It's like a radio signal, the antenna. You're putting the antenna out, so you're going to be on the FM frequency rather than the AM frequency. If I give you the analogy of a radio, if you want to be on an FM frequency, FM radio channel, and you are now at a growth mindset, but you are staying at the AM channel, so you are in a fixed mindset. You have to really cultivate higher vibration to get to the FM channel. And by doing so there's a big gap. But how you can do that to get onto the FM frequency, your growth mindset, is by affirming to yourself the positivity, the more positive vibrations you can bring to yourself, cultivate internally, and the internal is going to represent the external. So let's talk about now what is a fixed mindset. Well, a fixed mindset involves self-imposed limitations. As I said, your paradigms. Your paradigms are limited beliefs about that you hold, that you have been told. And so you've been told that you're not intelligent. You've been told that you don't have any creative abilities. And therefore, not by any fault of yours, but you were told this by your parents, by your teachers, by society. And we all, myself included, hold on to these beliefs so that when we get into adulthood, we believe this to be true. And so we remain static, as I remain static in my life. And it cannot be changed. And I did not want to change. I did not want to accept change, and I did not change. And therefore, I remained where I was. So do you want to remain where you are right now in your current situation? 2024 is the year of change. And I want all entrepreneurs, I want all of you to where you are right now in your current situation. Are you accepting where you are? Whether it's you are on the AM frequency, the radio channel, but you want to improve your life and get to the FM frequency. So here I want to ask you this interesting question, and I like to use this when you talk about you want to create change. So do you say to yourself, do you think that we don't want to change? We don't want to accept the change? Or do you say that we don't want to know about the change? Because if it's good or bad, we don't want to know about it. We just kind of shove it under the carpet. So do you think this is what most of us are doing? Either we don't want to accept that, we don't want to change, or do you think it can be changed, but we're not sure if it's what we truly want? And I want to ask you that if you want to change any part of your life, physically you want to change yourself, mindset, you want to change your mind, how you think, how you behave, how you operate, what are your behaviors around every day that you are seeing yourself, how you interact with people. Do you see yourself that people are pushing you away? Do you find that people are gravitating to you? And if you see yourself in situations, put yourself in situations, whether it's at work, whether in your personal life, put yourself in situations and see, okay, what is the reaction that you are getting? If people are pushing you away and you want to change, you have to admit that is the number one question that we need to ask ourselves. And oftentimes it can be painful. I know that because I've been there. And it can be painful. And I did not want to admit, I did not want to go through situations and say, oh my gosh, I have this problem. But I had to face the problem. I had to say, I have a problem, please help me. And if that was my mindset, I had to change. I had to quickly adapt and make changes, because if nothing is going your way, then you know that there's something wrong. And you have to start to admit, first of all, to yourself. That's the number one priority you need to have. For any change to happen, if we are improving into the positive, we don't want to remain where we are in the negativity all the time, then we don't want to be stuck in the fixed mindset. We have to accept, admit, we have been stuck for so many years and we want to now improve. So now let's take a look at growth mindset. What does a growth mindset individual, what do they accept? What do they do? Well, they accept challenges. Number one, they accept that they have the talents and abilities. They are capable, number three, to see the future. How they see in the future. What is to happen? How is it to unfold? Now, in the mornings, what do I do as well? I visualize, and the visualization takes me to a different frequency altogether, because now I'm able to see my day unfold. How is my day unfolding? What am I doing? Who are the people that I'm meeting? So everything that happens in my visualization, I'm able to predict the future, and I can see it happen. And this really helps me to really set the tone for my day. And I want that for you to happen as well. And also, growth-minded individuals, when they fail, they learn from their mistakes. They don't quit. They don't stop. They don't remain stagnant. They say, "Tell me, how can I improve?" And they accept challenges. So I want to ask you, when was the last time that you were asked to challenge, to accept challenge? Or did you accept the challenge, or did you remain in your comfort zone? Because you know what? Most of us are so easily wrapped up in our comfort zone, because we don't need to do anything. Being in your comfort zone requires you to not do nothing, but just stay there. It's just warm, it's cozy. We don't need to expand and grow and create. But, this was me as well. But this was not the approach that I wanted to take. This was not the approach that I wanted to remain in. And I challenge myself. And I want you to challenge yourself, even though it's terrifying, even though that situation, that particular job, or that new business that you are venturing into, you may not know anything about that business, but it sounds terrifying in the beginning. And everything is hard in the beginning, but we need to really be self-assured that it is going to be a success. And when you see this, then even though you may wanted to quit, but you took that chance on you. And isn't that the most amazing thing, that you took the chance on you, you created a success in that business or in that venture or in your job, the position that you've been given, you created a successful life. Now, entrepreneurs need to adapt a growth mindset. So that's why I really wanted to have this conversation, because most of us, whether we are employees working in a company or we are owners, we're running a corporation, running an organization, we sometimes stay in a fixed mindset. And how the approach that we can take, that if, say, for example, the company had bad reviews or bad ratings that was given, rather than looking at the reviews or ratings in a negative way, why not flip the table, turn it around, look at it on the positive light, the positive, and say, how can I improve my service for my customers? And in this way, when you've turned the tables, look at it from the customer's point of view, it is a game changer. It truly begins to shine light. So I want you to really see the difference as you are an employee or you are a business owner, that to move away from the failures, because the failures you need to recognize, because that's the only way you can improve your services, improve the business, the organization itself. And when you can start to improve, you are entering a growth mindset. When you negate those comments, the reviews, etc., you are not wanting to change. You are staying in your lane of being stuck, of being in a fixed mindset. I hope that these tips really helped you today of a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And I know how important this is because each and every one of us, we need to admit to ourselves, and I know it's very difficult to admit, it's painful to say, oh my gosh, do I have a problem? Am I really stuck? And you need to do that because I did that. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Things change, and everything around you begins to change in your personal life, in your business, your relationships. Everything begins to change. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for always tuning in, and we really appreciate you. My team and I, we want you to subscribe to the channel because in this way we can bring you more content. We're here to serve you, and the bigger the database, the bigger the guest. So subscribe to the channel and leave us a review. Thank you so much to each and every one for tuning in. Until next time.